Hello, everyone. Again, this is Cindy with Real Deal Around Town. And I want to do this video. What I do all my videos to increase transparency around town government, the things that are happening uh, just around this town or around almost any town. Every town in America goes through some of the same things we do. So I welcome people from every other town in America who wants to see what it's like somewhere else and see that you're really not alone. We're all going through the same kind of crap day in and day out. And Townsend, Massachusetts is no different than anywhere else. But I want to use my channel to increase transparency and get information out and involve more people in what's going on rather than everybody finding things out after the fact or before they had a voice. So um, here we go with today's issues. Um, so first, I want to ask everyone who's not subscribed to this channel to please subscribe so that you will get up to the minute information. I don't post a lot of videos, so you won't get overrun with notifications. I promise. At least not for now. I don't know, but if you subscribe, you'll know right away what's going on, and hit the bell. That way, you'll get the notification right away. Excuse me, my voice is going here. So, yeah, and then also like the videos, and please feel free to comment if you have something to say that's halfway reasonably nice. It doesn't have to be that nice, but it's not if it's not too bad. Stick with YouTube guidelines. Keep the swears down. They don't like that. So, but do feel free to comment on my channel and any or all of my videos. You are welcome. Okay, so let's get down to business. You can see on the title it says Starbucks and UPS coming to Townsend. Oh boy, some of you like it, some of you don't. I like it in both cases. But I want to tell you what's important right now, today. This is really important information. If you're getting this video on Monday, November 4th, it's really timely today. I'm sorry, I'm just getting this out to you right now, but I've been busy. So tonight, November 4th at 6:30 p.m., 18:30 for those international time zone people. It's at the planning board meeting at 6:30 tonight in the Selectmen's Chambers of Town Hall. You can find it. Everybody will be going there. It won't be overly crowded. This, even though I'm asking people to pay attention, I know that the busloads of people aren't going to show up. But I want to let you know that both businesses are on the agenda for the planning board meeting. There's 3 public hearings scheduled. I believe they're public hearings. Either way, they're talking about 3 different businesses. One is Starbucks, one is UPS, and these are for certain permitting. I don't think the planning board has the absolute decision on whether these businesses open, but it's going to be on the conversation, and I encourage everybody to pay attention. So the third business is I forgot the business name. Oh, is it Best Friend? No, I don't remember the name of her business. Sally Thurber is the veterinary doctor. She has a business down in the harbor, and she's been trying to do a lot of build out on the house that was sitting there doing nothing. And she's had her business in there for, I think, probably well over a year now. And she's just going through permit nightmare after nightmare after nightmare. Some of it's related to contractors. Some of it's just the government bureaucracy. And I'm not going to give an opinion on this, but I just wanted to, in the interest of transparency, this is on the agenda as well. But that's got a life of its own. And I have no opinion. I have nothing to say about it. I just hope it gets settled so that it won't. Everybody will be happy. That's on that one. That's all I have to say about that business. But the planning board, Starbucks. I am a Starbucks drinker, so I'm really happy that there's a potential. This really should happen. We have Dunkin' Donuts and the other one. We've got coffee. Coffee's not a bad thing, but Starbucks, they want to open a Starbucks where the Santander Bank was. Sovereign Bank, Santerre Bank, same bank. That old bank building that's been sitting vacant in a Harbor Village Mall or shopping center, or whatever it's called. That is potentially going to be a Starbucks. I've been hearing from different people, are pro and con, and I want to discuss the pros. And I'll give you a little bit of what the scuttlebutt is about the cons, but I'm all pro. One, why not? It's not fair. Those of us that are Starbucks drinkers, it's just not fair that we have to drive to either Littleton, Leominster, or Nashua to get a damn cup of coffee. Hello. But that being aside, the appropriateness is still there. It's not, it really, business wise, it's just not fair that Starbucks should be here, because if Starbucks wants to come to Townsend, I think we should let it. And that's a business thing. The other positive, the real positive, we've talked about money and nobody gets it. There's a lot of misunderstanding about how the town gets money into the bank. We get revenue from a number of sources. One of them is property taxes. And if we don't get it from somewhere else, that's the only place to get it. But one of the big places we get revenue is from, one, build outs of building structures, whether it be doing improvements on your personal property, your house, or a business does a build out, they're overdoing that building. That increases the property value, which increases the taxes that we get as a town. So that's one plus. The other plus is restaurants. Starbucks brings in a pretty penny. They bring in a lot of money for themselves, but they also bring in a lot of money for the town, because if you've even got, you may not pay attention to your receipt when you go out to eat or get a cup of coffee in Townsend, but we have a meals tax. It's an expensive, I think it's 7.5% total. And most of that money, or some of that money, goes to the town directly. We don't even share it with the state. Some of the money, some of that tax goes to the state, but there is an element of it. I forgot. I think 2% of it, maybe. I don't quote me. I'm probably wrong. Comes directly into our treasury. So when there's somebody that wants to open a restaurant and sell food to be consumed, either to go or in the facility, celebrate, because that means we're getting more revenue into the town. And trust me, we need more revenue to help balance our budget and stop talking override. The more, if we can open a couple more restaurants, that would even be better. Should open a whole mall worth of restaurants. So this is really a good thing. And we need, we've got a bad reputation here in Townsend about being anti-business. And if the people that don't want Starbucks, please, come on, cut it out. We need to support more businesses in this town. And this is an excellent opportunity. The naysayers, what I'm here, one of the negativities, the significant one, is we already have a traffic problem at the Harbor Village Mall coming onto 119. It's almost a daily complaint story about the traffic. But you know what? There was a business there. There was a bank with a drive-through. And in the heyday of banks have cut back a lot on, people don't go to banks like they used to, but in its heyday, that was a busy place. So the traffic, we have to allow, we can't, as a town or a planning board, zoning board, none of these boards should be denying a business to open in that spot, because there was a business there before. It's a building that's sitting there. Somebody sold it, somebody bought it, and here we are. A business has a right to go in there. And I don't think we have any business demanding that it has to be a business that doesn't have any customers. Whatever business goes in there, a commercial property, they're going to have customers, period, and employees. And a Starbucks is going to have a lot. They're having the drive-through, which any Starbucks has a drive-through. We've seen them, both Dunkin' Donuts, all of our coffees, all of our Yeah, all of our coffee shops, as far as I know, have drive-throughs, and they get customers, and this Starbucks will be no exception. And it's also sit down. There'll be quite a few people that will go in there to socialize and to enjoy their coffee or pastry or whatever else. They sell sandwiches and all kinds of things. So it'll be really good for the town. I agree. The traffic, we'll see more traffic. But people need to be more creative. My issue on traffic is we need to talk about ways to address that traffic. And I think members of the community need to make decisions on their own about how to manage their driving around. And I don't want to get into that debate. I've had it, and it's really tough. People drive a hard bargain. But I don't think we have any right to dictate what business goes in there. And Starbucks is a good community member. I think Starbucks is a good business. I mean, we could put an adult bookstore in there if that's what you want. Well, no, we probably couldn't because there's a school. I'm making jokes, okay? I don't really want that business, but yeah. But I'm all for the Starbucks. I think it's a good, and it's a business area, and hey, we put that in. We put that all this stuff years ago, and this is what our planning boards in the past have just set up for us. It's not Starbucks' fault. It's not anybody's fault that's trying to work to resolve problems in Townsend. This was already done, but now we need to work on, okay, it doesn't matter whether there's a Starbucks there or nothing, because the traffic it has a life of its own, and we need to address that as a separate issue. I think that Starbucks is a good partner to have for Townsend, for both the townspeople that really want it, and for this business as a whole, increasing revenue. There's all kinds of plus reasons to not get into a debate over, I don't want Starbucks. We got too many coffee shops or too much traffic. That's how we are with every business that wants to open in this town, and I'm sick of it. Let Starbucks go. The second business, UPS. You know, it's the old Cumbies, the convenience store that's at the corner of the Common, that they've been struggling for a number of years, trying to add business, trying to add additional services that they offer out of that building. There's been on and off over the years since I've lived here. When I moved here, in the little side business, there used to be two businesses there. And when I first moved here in 1981, yes, I'm old, been here a long time, 43 years. Mark Rosebush, the dentist, that was where he started, was there. Then he moved into a building that's no longer there on 13, and then he moved into the building that he's not there anymore because somebody else owns it, and I forgot their name. But if you've been here a while, you know who Mark Rosebush is or was, and that was a dentist's office. So this has been that building has been pretty busy over the years, and nobody seemed to complain then. And so now it's a family-owned convenience store. They own the whole building, and they have come up with the latest plan is to put a UPS store. Let me pull up. I want to pull up the planning board before I go too far. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to put up the whole planning board agenda thing. If you can see this, I hope you can. Let me see. Oh, me and my stuff here. This is, there it is. Let's see if I can impact this at all. Zoom in one more time. Hopefully this works for you. Come back to this. I think that's bigger now. If I wanted to bring up the agenda for the planning board, just the first page here. I'm not going to get into the whole thing. But if you want to attend the planning board meeting this evening at 6:30 in the Selectmen's Chambers. You can in person or you can Zoom in. The Zoom login information is right here up on the screen, meeting ID and the passcode. You can just go to Zoom directly. You don't have to use, there's a link up there that will take you directly to it, but you can just go to Zoom and get on that way. So those are the numbers. I'll leave those up for now. So if you need to write them down, or you can, when you're watching this later, you can do whatever you want to do. So anyway, so that little store, the old Cumbies, I don't even know what they call it right now. I'm sorry, I apologize, but they even have a sign up in their store to invite people to go to the planning board meeting to support them, because they've been trying to figure out what they want to do, and they want to put a UPS store in there. I also support this business. I think putting a UPS store is a good idea. The closest UPS stores that we have in our region, there are two in Nashua and one in Westford. I don't know where the next closest one is. I have to look that up, but I know that I have done business with UPS stores for years, for like between 5 and 8 years or something. And it's, I'm very familiar with what they do and how they can help the community and what people go to the UPS store for. And it would really benefit Townsend, the people of Townsend, and even the region, because people will come to Townsend to use this business. I even think more so than the people know. I think that the store owners are underestimating. I only spoke to an employee. I didn't speak to them about this, that all the issues will probably come up tonight at the meeting. I think there is a high demand for UPS store services in Townsend, and or in the region, I should say, because people from Ashby, Pepperell, probably Groton, Lunenburg, and surrounding communities will come to Townsend to use the UPS store if we have one. I haven't, like I said, I haven't spoken to them, so I'm not sure. If they're smart, they'll do mailboxes, and of course, they'll do the regular package stuff. And there's a lot of benefits for people to have to utilize the UPS store, and as well as wow. But my opinion, I don't want the planning board to base their decisions on my opinion. I think the store will eventually decide to take up the whole business. They're planning on doing the UPS store and keep the convenience store going, because I think they're happy. I'm assuming that they're happy with making money on lottery tickets and tobacco products, and they probably don't want to give that up. But I think they're going to find out that the UPS store is keeping them awfully busy, and they need more space. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. And I'm not criticizing at all the business, and I'm not trying to encourage the planning board to make any decisions. I support businesses learning on their own business decisions and their business plans and what have you. Businesses learn sometimes the hard way, and it's not bad for the community if they do. But I think that helping this business, we should do more work to help businesses take off, and this is one of those situations that I I want to see them succeed, and let them have the UPS store, get it in there, because it takes a bit to get situated. That's a lot. There's a lot involved, because they have to follow postal regulations, and there's a lot of things they have to go through in order to make that work. Anyway, so I support letting them figure it out. I don't think it will have any more adverse impact than anything else we're doing around here. Let them go with it. It's really a great idea. Now, I want to bring up another share screen. I'm going to try to pull up. There's a flyer that if you go into their store, I don't know. Oh, let me pull up the right thing here, if I can find it. It's here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Oh, just to get things. Is it there? Do you see it? Oh, it is there. Okay, I'm going to pull it up all the way, I think. I think you can see it. This is a sign that's in the store right now asking the customers to come in person or Zoom the meeting, join the meeting on Zoom, show your support to open the UPS store. And that's what and then the below, you don't have to look at it, but below the larger letters is just a cut and paste from the planning board meeting agenda for tonight. So the store people are asking for our support for them to open the UPS store. So that's all I wanted to do today on stage. I kicked myself off. How about that? So that's all. Whoops. Oh, get the right button. I'll get it. I'm still learning all this YouTube stuff. So anyway, that's what I wanted to get this video out as soon as I can to let people know that in just a few hours, the planning board's going to be meeting to talk about these two businesses, Starbucks and UPS. And hopefully, I don't know how much input we have because there's other issues. Some of it's stormwater management and planning is going to talk parking spaces and all that stuff with UPS. But Starbucks also has the structure of the parking lot over at the Harbor Village Mall. They were talking about the last time this was up in one of the meetings, but I don't even think the planning board has final say on this. But it is an important meeting tonight for the planning board to discuss these two businesses. So I haven't decided whether I'm going in person or whether I'm going to Zoom in, but I'm planning on doing one or the other. And I just wanted to get this video out so that I can let you know what's going on, because I see that as my role. I want to tell people what's going on in this town. So here we are. So I'm going to end this right now. I don't think I have anything else to say on these two issues. Oh, if I am in person, I will have the petitions with me to get I just did another video a little while ago, the petitions for the 5-member Board of Selectmen article for next annual town meeting. I will have petitions with me and I'll be looking for signatures. And it is perfectly legal. Don't even start with me. It is perfectly legal to solicit signatures on a petition inside of town hall. So don't even give me any crap. So I will be doing that tonight, assuming I go to the meeting. I'm hoping to go. I got a couple things to do this afternoon. If I can stop playing on YouTube. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching and do subscribe. Thanks.